we're really close on several of your target prices right now. And your target price, I understand, is on a 12-month horizon. We're at like 104 now on JP Morgan. You've got 105. Where's this going over the next 12 months?
It's a very good point. I was looking at the target prices last night, and in fact, when we raised them just at the end of third quarter results, I was getting a little nervous, and we've already reached many of them.
Yeah.
I think if the tax reform goes through, you're going to see earnings estimates for us and many investors increase, which is going to, I think, enable us to reassess target prices.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I think we have to keep in mind, it's very hard to quantify the regulatory changes that are coming, but it's going to be very positive. So if we get the tax reform, stronger economic growth, which leads to stronger loan growth, better margins, we may see earnings estimates throughout next year being increased.
So, Gerard, let's be clear. Tomorrow, if this tax bill goes through, you've got to wait after the committee, etc., to see how this thing is going to reconcile. But after it's all done and dusted, you're going to sit down and upgrade those forecasts solely based on what happens in D.C.?
I think the short answer is yes. So our estimates do not include any tax reform numbers in it, but just to use a bank out of Buffalo, New York, M&T Bancorp Regional Bank, if you lower their tax rate down to the close to the statutory rate of 20%, earnings go up over 20% next year, just from doing that. So the average for the top 20 banks is going to be around 11 to 12%, depending on the bank. So clearly, if this goes through, we will have to raise estimates.
And without it, dead flat. We're going nowhere on JP Morgan?
I would say then we have to reassess the situation if there's no tax reform at these prices, because as we saw this week, not only was Chairman-elect Powell's comments very positive for the banks, tax reform really took over and helped drive these stock prices higher this week.
So your top three picks, and how does it change from D.C.?
I would say that we still believe the two big banks, Bank of America and Citigroup, are names people can own because they're still, relatively speaking, not that expensive. And then on a regional name, PNC Financial is still the name investors should look at.